everybody, Barry at Christenson Transportation. It's been cold this week, so I thought I would spend a few minutes talking about cold weather tips and strategies and all that other fun stuff. And like most of these videos I do, there's not really a script. It kind of jumps around, but makes you listen more. How about that? That's my plan. Some tips on keeping your truck up and running and not stranded. Very important, extremely important this time of year to drain those air tanks on your tractor daily. Flush those things out. They get a lot. You get hot running down the road. You run through snow or ice or slush or whatever, and you pull in and park for the day, and the temperature drops 30 degrees, and you wake up and your brakes don't release. So drain your air tanks. Drain the water out of your fuel filters. Pretty simple. Turn the petcock at the bottom of the filter. Let it run until it's not clear anymore. Shut it down. A big thing that I hear a lot this time of year is our trailer brakes are locked up. It's no different than when it rains. If you've got a tractor or trailer parked on the yard and it rains, sits there a few days, they rust. Well, it happens a lot quicker in the extreme cold. Driving, the brakes get wet, we're in slush, sleet, snow. You set the brakes when you get to truck stop, next day they're froze solid. Don't set your trailer brakes. Get you a nice level spot, set your tractor, leave the trailer alone, you should be fine. If your air lines do freeze up on the trailer and they're not working, not getting air to the brake pods, brake chambers, get some in 99% of the truck stops, they sell a little bottle of basically alcohol you can pour in those lines, hook them back up and blow it down through there. It'll melt those out and get you on your way. It's going to save you a lot of time and effort, and it's going to save potentially you and us money from road calls when it's a pretty simple fix. So make sure that you've maintained your air dryer in the truck. Get those screens and filters replaced on an annual, if not semi-annual basis. Be safe. Plan to break down. Plan to get stuck in traffic or weather or whatever it may be. A place maybe that's a rest area that doesn't have services or food. Keep water, lots of water on your truck, bottled water. Dry goods, dry food that's good for a long time. Coveralls, gloves, definitely flashlights with extra batteries if they're not USB rechargeable lights. Keep your fuel level up. Don't let it get to the bottom of those tanks and where there's more moisture, and don't rely on the fuel gauge. When you got 300 gallons potentially of fuel, your needle's off just a little bit, you might think you have an eighth of a tank and it may run out. You don't want to run out in the winter. That's not healthy. So keep your fuel up there. I wouldn't ever go below a quarter tank anytime really, but especially when it can leave you stranded in the cold. Don't drive yourself further into trouble. I used to say, you don't take an off-road vehicle and head off into the mud or the hills or whatever, get stuck, put it in four-wheel drive and keep going. You go till you can't go in two-wheel drive, then you put it in four-wheel drive and you get the heck out of there. So don't drive yourself into more trouble. Anytime we've tried to get past somewhere and keep going, either you're going to get stuck, it's going to be a heck of a tow bill, accidents happen, and more than likely, shippers and receivers are closed. If it's so tough that a semi can't go with, 80,000 pounds of weight that they can go through a lot of snow, the cars aren't going to get into work either. So, don't put yourself at risk in all those factors unnecessarily. And don't be the first. A lot of roads get closed. Kansas, Wyoming, all up through there. You got long stretches, and they'll shut down those interstates. And then all of a sudden they'll open them back up. And guess what happens? It's like freaking NASCAR with the green flag going, and everybody takes off. And then they find out that they shouldn't have been open yet. There's an accident. They're slicker than they thought. And then you're stuck in the middle of nowhere. You've left your nice little spot at the truck stop, and you've jumped down there and gone 15 miles. Now you're stuck in the middle of nowhere. Or you're stuck at 10 miles an hour, which gets you nowhere but worn out. So, be smart about it. Give it time to open up for good. I guess the last thing is don't sit there in the cab of your truck and watch the lovely snowfall for hours and then be surprised that you can't move. If it's going to snow and it's going to snow or ice, remove it as it comes down. Get you a shovel, get you some kitty litter, get something, ice melt, and put it down every so often so that you're not trying to dig out of 2 feet. You're trying to dig out of an inch, which you can do. So, just little things. Don't be overly aggressive. Drive slower. Make sure you've got food and water, warm clothes, sleeping bag, flashlight. Don't be the Lone Ranger. Be safe. There'll be more days to drive. So, thanks for being here at Christenson. Be safe. Have a Merry Christmas. Happy New Year.